Hello, this is Divine Sunshine with the midweek update as far as the energies according to signs. So I'm not signs, but elements. So I'm doing air, water, earth, and fire. Yeah, I'll start off with that, and then I'll do the next video. I'll do that. So okay, so here we have love in spite of it all. So this is the midweek energy. So before this odyssey ever began, there was you, your best friends, and wide-eyed curiosity among you about who would be the first to leap, the first to forget, the first to kiss, the first to tell, the first to fall, the first to get back up, and the first to remember that it all began with a dare. To love in spite of it all. Is that you, Megatroid? The universe. P.S. I remember the glint in your eye, all three of them. So this week is to learn how to really practice unconditional love, to love in spite of what's being showed up, this being able to show itself. Just pretty much this is what we're learning, really what other prior years, other lessons and experiences brought to us being in those dojos experiences. Remember here, I don't say karmic here, I say dojo, because dojo in Asian cultures and martial arts believe that dojo is like a school, and that's a place in which someone finds the way, a place in which to learn the way of how to about themselves, how to become a light worker, or to begin to come in the path of opening themselves up into something new. So with this, oh, I forgot, I went to brunch and this thing is still on me. I don't think I got a thing down here. Okay, it ain't really bothering me. For a second, I can't get this off. I'm free. Because I'm free falling. All right, so starting with the air sign. And so when I do these readings here, what we're going to do is just start generally with like whoever is watching. This is the one I'm talking about. You is the leader, and whoever it is watching. When I talk about the heart of the matter is you. When we talk about your counterpart, is the person who's evidently not watching or viewing what is actually going on. So in the air signs we have here, which is I'll put it in the pal. Here it is safe to love. Now air signs, you are just moving into this energy. This is not something that you've been in all along. You're opening your heart to give and to receive the highest energy of all. This is because, again, this got a reversal in this one, is you're really truly and trusting, believing it in some ways, in your energies, you're helping to manifest this to happen. You're doing it blindly. I think Jupiter 11 calls it like you're manifesting, but it's not like from a place in which you are controlling it, or you're doing it intentionally. It's unconditionally, and you're not really have control over this. And so behind the scenes, you don't know actually what's going on too. I got a fork in the road, but this is actually what is going on as far as you feeling something going on that's causing you to say, ooh, it's safe to love. And although you've gotten there spiritually much faster than your counterpart, but at the same time, he's been taking his time and making sure that no stone has been left unturned as far as him being able to join you on this journey, joining the destination into union. So he's going about it at his own pace, or this your counterpart is going at his own pace. Also, in your thinking analytically, you're going at it at your own pace. As far as emotional, you really are going forth and making sure you're seeing what things, the dangers, the pitfalls, and really kind of covering that, so you could be able to report back to your mind or your analytical mind about some things in which it needs to kind of readjust. From your counterpart, air sign, whoever is watching, we have some messages from your counterpart, which is, you are the glow that lights up my life. I can't wait for the day we will start living our life together. Please don't doubt my love for you. It's the only thing I'm sure of. And do you even realize how amazing you are to me? Okay. That's that one. Also, if you are the DM, if you are the divine feminine and your counterpart is the DM, this is the energy in which he is exhibiting, he or she that has the divine masculine charge is exhibiting, which is the Knight of Chalices, which is he sees you being in your vulnerability. He sees you really becoming one as far as spiritually cleansing yourself, getting rid of things that no longer serve you. And he's letting you know that right now he is, or she is, whoever has the divine, has the masculine charge. Divine masculine charge is like, I've gotten enlightenment. I'm in my knighthood right now. I know the strategy I must take. The only issue is at this point is me, as far as me moving on those strategies that I have already planned. As well. So he's not, as they say in the Empress or the King or Queen, which is over territories, but he is at the point that he's saying that I'm mounting up and I'm getting ready. Because to me, when I look at this card, it kind of reminds me of a knight getting ready to go to battle. And it's just like, I just want to see you one last time before I go on ahead and do this. Now, this could be him saying, I'm getting ready for these towers that might be occurring, like Divine Pisces 222, and I have said both too, that these towers that are coming along, that feels so good to stretch. These towers that are coming along, and also that are causing you to understand a betterment of who your divinity is and which way and directions you need to become, that you're transforming into. So that's the energy from your counterpart. They also want to say that their addictions are playing a part as to where they are right now. That's why they say they got to strategize to kind of work at getting out of that energy. They really wonder a lot and think about what are you actually doing. Although he says they're seeing you, the divine masculine energy is seeing you kind of cleansing yourself and getting some things together. He wonders what you doing, are you really down for us still? I want to be down. I want to be down with you no matter what time. And day and night is true. I want to be down. Yeah. So he wants to be down, but he just like want to know, where are you in this? And so what are you doing? Are you really with me, or are you, against me? The universe takes care of babies and fools too. He's saying right now he really don't know what he's doing. He's just like you saying you're doing things and things are moving behind the scenes. You all are kind of mirroring each other as far as in this partnership. And he's at the point they're saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I really ask the spirit to help me as well, as far as making these moves and creating these changes. And at this time, really is like he feels like a baby and he feels like a fool at the same time. It's like, I'm not really familiarized with where I am in this, but I'm willing to go on ahead and take this risk. Okay. He says, I'm lost in my head, and that ain't good. A lot of times he does a lot of thinking. The crown chakra is very overactive. If I were you, I would, to help out your counterpart, I would do some crown chakra clearing, so they can be able to see things much clearer and get the downloads and the information that they need. You can also probably do some third eye too, because once you probably get the crown together, the third eye is next. And they understand no greater love. Now, to me, it's also, I think about the greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. So your counterpart is learning how to love themselves, okay? When we're talking about as far as what is the message that your counterpart wants to say to you, it is the heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. And that's funny, when I say in the heart of the matter, we're talking about have open your heart up, and that it's safe to love. And it's like, it's more things going on behind the scenes, and that you can go on ahead and open. Remember, I told you before, previously in some other videos, in order to protect your heart, you got to open up your heart, not close it off. Because when you close it off, that closes off the things that you actually really want to penetrate, the things that you desire of your heart to actually manifest and come true. They also want to say, receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something loving from others is a way of showing love. So being able to, again, to open your heart and to receive, just like what I just said, opening up to receive love. You can give love, but then we got to receive. Sometimes if you are the divine feminines in that position, there's the one who's the leader, a lot of times we have an issue with receiving love. We can give it out like in spades. There's no problem doing that, but the problem is receiving it back. Okay. Next thing, moving on, water signs. So water signs at 1029. Let me put that down. 1029. Okay. 1029 starts the water sign reading. So in the heart of the matter for the water signs, the one who is watching, this is you. So right now the heart of the matter is that you have, okay, heart of the matter is you move it into reconciliation. Now you really have, I think pretty much you have had that meeting of your body consciousness and your spiritual conscious coming together, those two worlds, and now you've come to the point that you're saying the meeting of the minds in between, which is you want reconciliation. Okay, you've been doing a lot of intertwining and mixing between the two, both worlds, and you didn't, between the two of them, you're just like a whole new world. So you got a whole new world with that. You have been between two worlds. I didn't even look there. I've been holding the cards just like this. So you've been in between two worlds, and you're moving from the gray and not knowing, moving into the technicolor, which is like the Pleasantville card. Remember the movie where after a while they were in the TV and they were stuck there in different episodes back then in time, and then one person had got colorized because of love and seeing the world differently, and it spread it from that point on. So right now you got a new kind of newfound understanding, enlightenment about some things, which has caused you to move from this everything this black and white and moving into understand everything has a richness in the technicolor. You also want a reconciliation because again, you feel like you might have been in the past or orphan, been left out in the cold. Your emotions have been held up on a pedestal and nobody has been there to attend to it. And so now you're like, you know what, this feeling that I have here, you moving out of that fear, this energy, Kia, you kind of pretty much tired of it. That's where I pick up weary from this. And then you're moving into the energy of understanding that you want milk and honey. You've been nostalgic about some things, like how things used to be the way we were. And then you got the rainbow, which is meaning you want union as well. And you got some things that you want to put on the table. Now you're able to offer some things that maybe in the past you had not been able to, or looked at it differently, and now you're saying, oh, I got something to offer. You got the milk and the honey, the sweetness, the letting things kind of go on with the flow, just taking your time, having patience. And the milk here is how you've been nurturing yourself. But you've been looking at the past, remembering things and thoughts and those things, and they'll help you to move into this energy if you want a reconciliation. Again, water sign, you have here romantic feelings. You're moving into this. You were not in this in the past. So now your feelings are worth, you understand that they're real and you're worth exploring when it comes to this connection. You understand now because why? Because you gotten to the point that you put things, you weigh the pros and cons. You know what things was not good for you. You've learned discernment very well. You looked at the window of your soul, and your soul pretty much is telling you now about what things is good, like what things we want, what things we don't want. That's from past relationships. Is looking at back then 2019, the things that you went through. It wasn't easy, a lot of hardships and hard roads that you had to go on, but because of that, this helped you to become a very better strategist on the game of life, on the game board, moving pieces, taking things off, being able to make the right moves so you can be able to take rook takes pawn, is that it like that, so you could be able to take queen or something like that. I forgot how it goes. So that's been very that's very helpful as far as what you've been served from life and what you're taking off of that tray in order for you to have take as a feast of food for thought, for nourishment. Okay. Messages from your counterpart is the following. Water sign, please stay in my life. I don't want you to go. Blue, do, 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 do. Please don't go. She's gonna go. So I'm afraid of rejection. Now with them, this one here I would say is do go to my website divineunisource11.co. If you don't have that, do the meditation of rejection with that. That's going to help you on your end to help them in turn to kind of get that together. You can also do the prayer, the one meditation of self-worth. That might help you as well. But if you want to go a little deeper, go into my playlist about healing the inner child and watch that workshop on that. And you might kind of be able to get some clues as to how you'll be able to help your person as well. So now, my heart never knew loneliness until you walked away. I'm missing you. So some probably knowing your water sign probably say, I got fed up. I could stay up in there. Said all. So I said, you deal with that. I'm gone. Then your counterpart also says, I get butterflies every time my eyes lock with yours. So a lot of times maybe your divine counterpart likes to look into your eyes, and a long tight hug from you would be perfect right now. Okay, so in order for you to get that, I would say every now and then, if you think about your divine counterpart, just hug yourself. Say, that's my hug from me to you. You know, those things. Another thing as far as in the energies for if this person has divine, if they're your divine masculine or not, what's in the divine masculine energies for both of you all is the Queen of Chalices, the Chariot, and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, when I look at these pictures, I'm sorry, I got to show you all this. This one, and this one. Okay. For the water signs, these three things I see here, Queen of Chalices, is really him really bowing to you. And most of the time when men do that, or anybody does, and they put their head into your bosom, it's like really he feels like with you, he knows that you are their queen. He's like, you're the queen to be, a queen, your perfection. Whatever, he go on and on about that. From coming to America, but it does. He knows that you look like you're very empowered by it. You're going to embrace him. So if he does come to you and communicate with you, if you're in communication with him, you know, you're just going to hear your counterpart out. And you're going to embrace them and nurture them. And to me, this picture here doesn't look like I'm chastising you for past discretions. It's just like, come here. And like he said, and that, oh my God, it just hit me. He said tight hug would do just right. Oh my God. Look at that. So he really is. It's like a person like, oh my God, life has been so hard. I just need a hug from my divine feminine, somebody that I know that just purely unconditionally loves me. So you're going to really love him. He just really feels that queen in some kind of way. You just really are home to him, and you bring comfort to them. This also feels like, to me, Chariot, there's some things that is going to change. However, he feels in some ways he's got to get control of, in his analytical thinking, he's got control of his emotions right here, because he's got that like S&M thing there where, you know, it's almost like a 50 Shades of Grey. And when he was hitting on the back and stuff, he's like, you know, he was kind of grooming her to be able to be in that red room and stuff. And so, you know, it's a part of it. It's just like I'm grooming. I'm getting you prepared for this change, this emotions. You know, are you ready for it? And she kind of looking like, yes, Big Daddy, I'm ready for it. You know, it's like, okay, now, because, you know, we're going to have to come up with a safe word, because it's going to about to get rough. So there could be these tired moments, because I see these oxens back there. And so it's like, we're about to really put in the work here. So I'm going to ask you again emotionally, are you ready? And, you know, let's come up with a safe word or something when they get too crazy, like you say bananas or something like that, like bananas, you know, and then that's what we know is getting too hard. You know, is getting too much for us. So this is what I'm thinking. There's some changes going on. You about to, he's right. He's saying, I'm really about to put in this work. Emotionally, I'm asking you, are you all right? Kind of stroking you, kind of getting you ready, but you know, at the same time, I'm gonna whip you into shape emotionally. And it's like, yeah, so that's where they're at there. We have Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles here also is, as far as we got the candle. So we're really understanding as far as really resting. So understanding how to really relax in it, and in those moments when you're not doing any type of work from your divine counterpart, them understanding that there's a tie. We're bonded. Three energies again, and not the third party energies, but three energies again. You know, your spirit, soul, and body, or the divine feminine, divine masculine, and then there's the universe's energy, or the powers that be, or the energy of just being, which is spirit, being there, resonating there to help us to keep that enlightenment. Interesting enough, they got three colors here. They got orange, red, and green. For you that's watching, I would do some sacral clearing, some root, and some heart. Those three things. I would do that either through Dream Queen or Jupiter 1111. Okay, those things that kind of help propel you out of this energy of understanding. Like when we're resting to me is like almost like meditating. When the divine masculine and divine feminine come together, think about Dream Queen doing that energy clearing for the Empress and the Emperor energies, like a clearing for that too as well. To help to go through all the chakras to get that together. So again, when you're resting or you're meditating and you're merging together after all of those works, to understand that. And it looks like this is a shield here. So even when you're doing nothing at all times, still stay shielded. Okay. The thing is also the message that they want you to also know is that I'm trying. So whoever your person is, this person says I'm trying, and I can tell. He said I'm getting myself geared up with that charity card to let you know I'm about to put some hard work into emotions, and I don't know the emotions is ready. That's why I'm trying to groom them and get them prepared and ready. The final words they want to say to you is, turn on your heart light. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experience love. So again, I would do either from my meditations on Divine Unit Souls 11, I will either do the heart-to-heart meditation, or I will even do the self-worth meditation, because that again help you to get resonation. I heard something pop, so the Divine Masculine say yes, you should do the self-worth one meditation. Make sure you do that. That is very helpful in igniting what's happening. If you can't do anything else, please make sure that you do pay attention to your heart chakra and do some exercises with that. Get to know each other. Learning to meet another's needs for love is important for a relationship to grow. So it's saying to me is, again, get to know both of you all's each other's hearts, get to know your own heart, and get to know your counterpart's heart as well, you know, because that's going to be so helpful for when they do appear, or if they're not with you in the physical, or when they are with you in the physical, you already know, are in tune and lockstep with their heart, and know them already. And so that'll be very helpful. So to know yourself is to really know them as well. Okay, all right, so thank you. That was your reading for the water signs. We are moving on to the earth sign. Earth starts at 2313. Okay, although I'm doing this Sunday, just let you know, I've just already said that. Okay, Sunday, so I can't go. Can I show that? Yeah. Okay, I'm glad he believed, and I just said that about that. You can't tell my reads ain't 100%. I'm making this DM a damn gone believer. Thank you, Jesus. Total miracles do happen. Some he asked for, and the universe applied it through me, and it's like, okay, there you go. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Earth sign. So, earth sign for you, in the heart of the matter for you, is the person who's watching, is stay optimistic. Excuse me, about your life. So right now you feel in your emotions you have a lot to offer. You are really leveling up in there. You like, I've been reaped the harvest that in which I've sown. I got my eyes on the prize. I'm leveling up. I'm going one step at a time. I'm gaining some knowledge about things as well. So in doing that, you're being optimistic about your love life. And I feel with you, it's not just really optimistic about your love life, about like you and the divine master. It's like really loving myself. This is where I am. I love myself. I love myself. I'm loving. So you're loving yourself. You're doing a lot of visioning yourself too. Like how I want to level up. Get in touch with your intuition and your awareness. I told you a lot of stairs, so it's a lot of leveling up. You are like one step, two steps, like baby steps. Like babies do. One step, one foot left, then right, left and right, left and right on that one step. It's like, okay, I'm good. I did real good. Now I'm gonna step up again. Step, step. Okay, yeah, this looking real good. I like this level. Step, step. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, each time you're trusting, okay? And you also take a time to understand, even in that optimism, which is good, you're learning how to rest. You're being very clever or very cunning, which means, again, knowing how to, again, have that, as Jupiter 11:11 said about her daughter, the lady said she understand about the spiritual, but also knowing have that street smart. So to me, I'd flip it and say, you understand about the spiritual world and you understand the physical world, and you're making that connection, helping you with your intuition and your awareness, and getting rid of illusions about how they actually connect and how you have your being between two things. And so you also understand, even in your optimism, and about your love life, you're even respecting how to, how to put things to bed. Like, okay, that don't really rest, that don't really go with the direction that I want to go, and I'm getting a fork road. And then you also learn how to just kind of rest and pause on things. It's like, okay, just forget it. I'm just going off and maybe pick something else to do. Or you're really actually taking time and resting and meditating on things too, which is good. Another thing that's in the heart of the matter with you is codependency. Now, you're moving. You got addictions or affections. The addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, remember, addictions could come in things in various ways. They could be like work. Think of something, like dojo situation, which is, again, we know on my show now, karmic is not mentioned. So dojos means wherever is the place that you are actually in is helping you to find your way, a place in which you finding your way in. And so those things that you do obsessively of over and over again, thoughts, bad habits, doing things, overeating, things that are not of your highest good. You're moving into that energy. I want to say in some ways, I'm picking up this, I get a fork in the road with this. It's like you're moving out of this energy. Some of you all might be pushed into this energy and say, listen here, take a real good look at how the codependent. You think that's everybody else is doing that, but guess what? Certain areas that you don't know, they're not like the likely suspects. You're codependent in as well. And so we can't keep on pushing off that it's our counterparts that's having that. Because and within you, the spirit or the powers that be is pushing you into this realization that you have this too, because it's time. It's time for you to release it. And so you can level up. Everything about you is leveling up. Earth signs, you really are. You're leveling up. Like Sierra, level up. That's you and releasing, okay? Next thing, what your divine counterpart wants to say to you is, I feel like I'm waiting for something that isn't going to happen, okay? They also say, when I look into your eyes, I know I have found the mirror of my soul. And they also say that there's just something about you I'm scared to lose, because I know I won't find it in anyone else, okay? Now, the energies that you have as far as the masculine energies that's housed between the relationship between you and the other person. If you're the divine masculine watching, and this is you. If you are the divine feminine is watching, and your counterpart is the divine masculine holding that charge, then this is in regards to you. So we have Hierophant. Okay. We have also, Five of Swords. And we have the Wheel. Now, you have the Hierophant. Now, Hierophant here is the dance of the crane. So right now in the divine masculine energies here, as far as you're thinking, this person emotionally has a choice between two things, according to this card, whichever one that he wants to serve. So really analytically, really trying to think of which of the emotions actually will serve him the best. He's got his staff here, and the dance of the crane is a very integral dance between two birds in which they start off very distant from each other in some kind of way. When they end up, they start becoming closer, moving closer and closer and closer as they do the dance. So within him, as far as him and these thoughts here, some kind of way these two thoughts might do this dance. In some ways, they find themselves becoming closer and closer and closer until it's just one thought. You know, somebody's got to go. Because just like the good book said, two things, you can't serve two gods, okay? And so you got this staff here. It's really standing in your power as well. And so really to me, I'm looking at the divine, this Hierophant has really got his hand on one person, and the other person, the other one is like touching the hand. So to me, the one that he really has more of a handle on is really the emotion in which really wants to kind of go with. As we got the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords here is just really the divine masculine here energy, or the thinking energy with the emotions, really wants to embrace this thing. But however, there's a little apprehensiveness. I think I remember when I read this card for a client just before I came on here. The truth, sword of truth is there. Really emotionally, really wants to get down and be very vulnerable with it. It's like, you know, even with the clothes and the dress you got on, it's just a little bit too much. I want everything to be revealed before I really make this decision as to what to actually to do emotionally. Analytically, it's like, yeah, I'm just stripping myself emotionally down bare so I can really see what am I doing. We have the wheel here, which we know things are actually spinning and creating this motion of change. We have like different emotions. If you say, if there's women here, there's three women's here represented in this card. You got one that he holds up in high regard. You have another one that's kind of really seeming like coming up on the wheel, and you got one that's down at the bottom of the wheel, and then just kind of like everything. So when we're talking about change emotionally, you got one of them that's pretty much like, it's just landing. It's right there. Whatever you want or your desire you want, it's really just land there at your feet. You can go for that one. Or you got one in which you got to really kind of work hard to kind of get a level up or get a leg up on the situation. And then in your emotions, you got another one which is like looking at themselves in the mirror, which means you have really reflected, look at yourself, did the work, and saying, okay, there's some things that got to change, because I've taken some really introspection. All of these things can also create the turn or create things to manifest. It just depends on which one that you use, or you can use all three of them to cause the wheel to turn. Okay, so that's what's in the divine masculine energies there. One thing that they want to say here to you is, I want my mama. So to me, it's like really want to be nurtured at this point. This is what I'm picking up when they say, I want my mama. It's like things are becoming very rough where they are. They're really trying to stay optimistic, but in some ways they wish that they could kind of really almost run for cover in this situation. And this really has like somebody of authority, or mama could be you, and you just come in there like that bad health card and just make everything right that's been wrong. Okay. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. This is your message from your counterpart to you. They say also new love, embrace the new opportunities of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities of spiritual growth. This is another message they said to you. And then we have rest and relaxation, which I already said that by time for a nap. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have fundamental needs to take breaks. So if anything else, mostly your divine counterpart and you that's watching, in your heart of the matter, you got to understand you've just been driving yourself from this. I don't know if you're escaping for what's going on with the divine masculine, or you just been driving and you're like, I'm trying to get on mission to create this change so much, and just understand the need to take a nap. Okay, that's very important. All right, that is your reading, earth sign. Moving on to fire sign. This starts at 34. All right now. Okay. So now with the fire sign, in the heart of the matter, you short and sweet and to the point. I love you. which is honeymoon, which is just like a fire sign is, because we have zero patience. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss holiday time together. So you're really ethereal wise is really looking at yourself, and in the 50, and you and your counterpart are just spending some time to get to know each other in the masculine and in the feminine energies. Okay. The reason why you're doing that is because you're moving into this understanding that it's an unfinished symphony. It's like where you are right now consistently is just really is like not giving any answers. You're not coming to any closure on something, and you feel at this time it's like, you know what, if I go off within myself and just really, as honeymoons back in the day was for that time for the man, for the wife and the husband to get go away, to get to know each other, become friends. If I go and do that inner work and start all over again and just really kind of understanding myself, because I know this unfinished business, I'll have this new beginning, okay, emotionally, be able to pick new keys of life to play as well, so I could be able to create this new symphony too. So it's very important for fire sign for you all to understand it. In order for you to set off a destination home, you really got to let spirit guide you. So it's almost after you've done all you can, you just stand with the spirit. It's helping you and saying, just let them guide, like they're the tour guide, and really lead you to your final destination, which is union. Okay, you got to pay attention again to also the illusions that's out there, and just really lean on your intuition and your awareness, and that way you have bliss. So right now you're chasing after your bliss, fire sign, whoever's in the lead, whoever's watching this, and this is creating you to really have things. Holiday means things to celebrate, things to rest, like holiday here is you don't work, you know, you kind of just rest on your what you say, rest on your laurels, or rest on the hard work that you've done in the past, and just kind of coast and just take in the sights as you go along. Okay. Next thing, your message from your divine counterpart is, I acted like, am I right? Yeah, okay, yeah. I acted like it wasn't a big deal when it really was breaking my heart. So something that your divine counterpart had did it, you know, they kind of blowed you off, maybe they ghosted you, and you know, they probably played like, hey, it didn't mean nothing. It wasn't no big deal, but it was really a huge ordeal and deal for them from whatever they had did to you. Okay, next one. Can you forgive me, please? Right now, your counterpart is asking for forgiveness. It knows that they have done something that wronged you, that really hurt you, and they feel like you're still holding on to that part of you not forgiving with that. And so that's something that you got to work with. And he wants you to know you mean more to me than you know. Okay? Although he played it off and you going by how he's presenting himself in the physical plane, but he's letting you know that you mean more to him. I keep on hearing the song. I want you, baby, in the scariest way. I love you, babe. I want you, babe, to stay with me. I love you, babe, in the scariest way. I want you, babe, to stay with me. I love you, babe, and it's hurting to say, I want you, babe, to stay with me. So, you know, it hurts them to even really say that I love you and I want you to stay because I know what I have done. So that's why he's saying you mean more to me. So don't go by my actions and how I'm showing up, that I'm actually want to be with you. Okay? The DM's energy, we have King of Chalices. Put that up here. We have Three of Wands, because I got something else what I was thinking, and Eight of Wands. Now I'm gonna read this distinctly, and I'm not gonna go and get the book here. When I look here, he wants to say really in his analytical thought. This is what I aspire to actually be when it comes to you. In the masculine thing. So that means the analytical and the masculine energy. It's just like really I got the dessert, the cup to give you, which is the sweet, as well. That's funny, they got a T set here, so I'm almost picturing like somebody got the T on something. And it's the feminine. It's like I got the T on this whole situation, and I know exactly what we got to do and what is, but I ain't saying. Like you taking this here and say, but I ain't saying. I exactly know what's going on, but I ain't telling you because you're not ready. And I see everything that's going on energetically, spiritually between you. Because why I say this here is because right here, I think that's Pisces, Divine Pisces 222 is talking about the dojo situation, or as you know, as the karmic situation, which is this place that they end in order for them to learn the way. Uh, excuse me. Woo, thank you. Um, and it seems like to me that this dojo partner that he's in, that's also in this dojo situation with them, already knows what's happening. Already knows that he's pretty much playing the tune with the divine masculine. He's playing beautiful music. You know, like they say, like love. They between us, the hearts and what's being played is just a beautiful music. And they sitting there, and I see this table here. This table's like I ain't got nothing to offer, and she's got everything. He's got this sword of truth that's on this bed here that they laid there. So it's between the both of them. So they like, we know the truth is by land is right there between us. We know what this is. We know who we are to each other. We see the candles here lit on this little small table that's next to them. They got enlightenment, which to me also represents like the twin flames. And the flames, there's like, we got several flames lit while you got nothing. I got nothing, nothing, nothing. Don't make me cause one more love. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my life if you're there. Must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. Don't walk away from me. Don't you dare walk away from me. 'Cause I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you. If I don't have you. At the end of had to channel my inner Whitney Houston for that one. So that's what she said. I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you. And right now, that's the song that the dojo partner is singing. And it's like, well, he's like, you gonna have to have nothing, because right now my focus is on this divine feminine and trying to get to be able to merge and get to them good to them cookies. So the divine masculine might reach you if you all in communications, might be wanting the urge to merge right away. He gonna entice you. He gonna put the pimp game on you, and it's up to you if you want to go on ahead and submit to that, succumb to that thing. But I'm just letting you know that that's the way that the dojo partner is feeling. She's in that place too. Remember again that these dojos as well that's in this partnership, or you call it the karmics, are in this thing for them to learn about themselves and how to love better as well. And you know, it looked like the curtain has been drawn back. Like at first they was like, you know, I don't want to know what's going on behind the scenes, but now they pull the curtain. It's like, okay, the true sword, the truth is there, it's laying between them. What they are, the truth is what they are between them. The flames is being well lit, is lit several times, these things, and he's just got his total focus on her. I'm looking at him, he really got his focus on the yoni, the power of the yoni. That's bringing them in like, I could draw you in manifestation, how to manifest all these things. You know, the worlds have been created in this area in my yoni, and that's, you know, that's how powerful it is. And I know you want to visit there and have that sacred sexuality or that sacred sex, so we can go on in power and start to manifest things this between the both of us. But that's what it is. But she back there singing that Whitney Houston song. I'll have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you. Ooh, if I don't have you. Ooh. That was a song back there. I was surprised I could hit them notes. Hey, no, just play. Eight of Wands. So really at this point that the divine masculine energy really just wants to be just pleasure. Bring pleasure to the divine feminine. We got the ladder here, which is he's leveling up. He's got the truth there. Some enlightenment on there, understanding about the flame being burned, and just really saying, I want to level up and go ascend. So this is really about he's feeling like him being really in with swirling and these energies with each other. She's really nurturing herself too, as well as by all of this attention. So it's not like all of him giving all of this, but she's also giving pleasure to herself as well as she's receiving these things from him. So it's the fruits of their labor. So you got bluebirds, you know, like they say over the rest. Somewhere over the rainbow, blue birds fly. So right now, fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? All right, so again, so really ascending. Birds are able to ascend. They're able to go up higher. Again, the rainbow represents union. Wanting also why, you know, everybody else had this. Why can't we go on ahead and have this union and fly over the rainbow and go over to the other side, okay? Break on through to the other side. So again, pleasuring herself. So that means her finding herself to understand that I'm the one that can give pleasure. I ain't got to always look to you. So there ain't no codependency here with the divine feminine. So she's working on that. And then him also wanting the pleasure and the thinking also wants to feed her as well from the fruits of the labor. It's like, look, I've been working on myself and I want to show you, and so you can be able to have pleasure in that. And so you got the tree, which is having knowledge about that. So that's where the divine masculine energy is on that one. He wants to also, oh snap, wait a damn second. For the air, I'm not the air sign, for the fire sign, because I'm an Aries, so I'm just thinking, I'm like, whoa. He said, what's that? Oh, that's me, the chair. You are always in my hair. So this means, listen to Prince's song, you're always in my hair. My hair. So he talks about, maybe I marry her, maybe I won't, maybe I will not. And he talks about, if I was a gigolo all my life, she'll still be there. Tell me how much she cares. She's always in my hair. She's always in my hair. My hair. So it doesn't matter what he does, she's always in his hair. You know, no matter what, if I'm with this dojo situation or this third energy situations, she's always there. I'm always thinking. That's that obsessive thinking he's saying all the time. So she's always there. And even like if I haven't talked to her in a while and we communicate, she's always saying positive thoughts to me. Always positivity, even regardless. And she don't really make me feel bad about myself. And so she's just always in my head because she's always there, showing me how much she cares. Okay, this is funny because this is the song that my DM sent me in 3D. I'm talking about in real life. And up there, him standing right here. This is what he sent to me. And that's funny that I came up with it. And then he says, you're mine. It looked like through all these damn cards, I could tell this here. You didn't disrespected the dojo in the background. She's singing Whitney Houston. I have nothing, 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 and I don't have you. Ooh. All right, I'm not laughing at the situation, but you know that's why those situations are there for us to all understand that we all are worthy of love. I'll take the high road, okay? We're all worthy of love. This dojo is worthy of love. This feminine dojo is worthy of love. Also, the divine masculine is worthy of love, and the divine feminine is worthy of love. Okay, so the message that it has from your counterpart to you is listen with your heart. You are listening to what is being said to you, but need to listen with a loving heart, and that's true. Get in touch with your heart. Override what you're seeing that's going on, and just feel, just like with my divine masculine tonight. And I felt it, and I said, oh my God, what I felt, it felt like from his heart, and he was just pure, like a kid, like the little boy in him. With that, be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. So express love to your counterpart. Express love, period, because I feel also with the fire sign that you all are pretty much feeling as if you feel kind of closed offish. You want to close your heart because of so many hurts and things that your counterpart has done to you. But again, the best way again to protect your heart is to open your heart. All right, that's the end of the midweek according to the signs. With that one, I'll probably post this Tuesday, although this is Sunday night for that one. So this is the midweek thing. So until next time, remember again, last thing, January 31st, I am having my celebration of my 3 years of doing this, going into my third year. I'm going into my third year of doing this. I will have it started at 8 p.m. Central, January 31st. I will have the DM reading channel message. And then I'll also have the dojo reading as well, which you all know as the karmic. Seeing about the situation is according to elements. And then I would, for $5 holler, when I get on there, because I'm going live, you can ask for $5, and I will do a card reading for you as far as in your situation. Okay, that's my celebration, my gift to you, from me to you, just a $5 holler for that. So get ready for that. So that ought to be exciting. I am very excited about that. So until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste. Namago. Love you.